Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So today, a new video. I'm just sorry for the inactivity, but it's because I'm really busy and I have like a big mental breakdown nowadays, so it's a bit complicated to find time to do videos. And you know that on MSP it's really difficult to find some new concepts and stuff because the game is pretty empty. So I'm not really active on moviestarplanet as well, but I log sometimes, and today I saw that the pack I was waiting for so long finally came back. So we're gonna buy it and I'll do some grits and I'll talk a bit about how my life is going and stuff. I've been thinking of this haircut for so long and now I just wonder if I should pick my blonde hair color or if I should put it in black. Like, I don't know. And I thought about maybe I should buy a second one just to have like the black hair one, but I don't know. It's not reasonable, right? So I hope my electricity won't crash because right now I have lots of problems in my dorm just with the owner of the dorm, you know. And this guy is a fucking rat, so sometimes we are out of electricity just because the dude don't want to give us more electricity. I don't know how to explain it, but that was clear for me. But yeah, this guy is a motherfucker basically. So sometimes we are out of electricity and it makes everything crash, my Wi-Fi as well, so I hope that everything will be fine because right now I'm picking my colors and it's not the moment for the electricity to crash. Don't leave me please. Right now, like currently I feel normal, but my mental health is still really oh my god, it's still really fragile. So if anything bad happens, I think I will just go back to a depressed area. So yeah, about my dorm, as I said, I have some problems with the electricity because we're currently 3 in house and the electricity isn't enough for us because we actually have an owner that is a fucking rat. Like this motherfucker is selling a fucking dorm that is fucking disgusting, full of mouses and rats. Yeah, you heard well, some mouses, and I did have some rats in the past, but I that's so sad, but I needed to kill them. That was heartbreaking. I remember a time where I catched a mouse and the mouse was screaming and stuff that tore my fucking heart. We have some problems with this. We also have some problems with the eaters because they aren't really warm, and right now I'm currently really cold. My hands are freezing when I'm playing at my computer because it's obvious I'm not going to wear gloves in my house, and it's not really good to wear some when you're on your computer. It's not really comfortable. I fucking hate my dorm, but at the same time I love it because I have a huge room and I feel so comfy and I'm so close to my university, so that's a huge point. But there's so many things that are wrong about this dorm, and I used to have some problems with people knocking at my door and trying to come in my room. Like some men, you know, and I hate men. They used to knock at my door, and right after knocking, they're trying to come in my room. Like if I don't close my door, people can just go in my house, and just imagine if I'm naked behind the door. Like, what the fuck? You're not my dad, and even my dad is knocking and waiting for my approval to enter in my room. Like, just respect me, dude. I don't open the fucking door. Like, I don't know who you are. I'm also really shy and I have social anxiety, so I don't want people to see my room, you know, because it's private. And because sometimes men are really gross. Like, you just welcome them in your house and they think that it's an invitation for them to touch you or to do inappropriate stuff to you. Like, sometimes you need to be really clear and tough with men because sometimes they don't understand. So yeah, basically that's it. And for the rest, I broke up with my boyfriend a few weeks ago. It was pretty complicated and it's still complicated. This relationship was fucking long. It lasted more than 2 years. It was soon 3 years. And I've never been in such a huge relationship. So that was the kind of relationship where you could see yourself in the future, try to plan some stuff like a wedding and stuff. Like I wasn't really planning a wedding, but I dream about a wedding, like, oh my god. And currently I'm in a state of my life where I feel like my old self when I was a teenager, when I was hella depressed, and currently I feel unwanted and not enough for people. I'm sorry if it sounds sad, but no worry, I'm not going to cry. I'm just gonna laugh about it because it's a bit pathetic. I've made some friends, but as well, I don't feel wanted by them because they're always enjoying their time alone without me, and sometimes people are happier without me, so I'm just like, oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, sometimes you have a group of friends, but you feel apart and you feel like you're the second choice and not the favorite friend, and that was my case, and that is still my case. I'm nobody's favorite, so I'm just getting used to it, but right now it's hurting me because, like I said, I don't have my relationship anymore, so I need to feel love, you know, and I lived some fucking 2 passionate years of my life with this guy, so that's a bit complicated when you are back to the emptiness, like you don't receive love anymore, people doesn't care anymore about you, and they don't text you every day. Like it's like this every time you have a breakup with someone, but that was pretty hard for me that nobody was here to, I don't know, care about me or love me because I needed to be loved at this time. So yeah, love is basically really complicated and I fucking hate this hoe. Oh, and I remember about love, there was a day where I wanted to say I love you to most of my family. When I say most of my family, I mean my sister, mother, father and grandma. For the rest, I don't fucking care about them and they don't care about me as well, so that's that's good. So yeah, I sent some messages to my mom, my grandma, my dad saying I love you and stuff, and my mother was like, oh, I love you too, blah blah blah, so that was sweet. My grandma was saying because yeah, I love my grandma. And then the worst part is gonna happen. I sent an I love you to my dad, and if y'all followed some of my previous video, I think I've talked about it sometimes, but I do have some problems with my dad, like communication with my dad, and I do have some daddy issues because my dad isn't really present for me. So yeah, I was like, maybe I can try to send I love you, and I was like, that might be that easy. If you miss someone, just be clear about your feelings, just send them I love you and they will say it back, you know. That was logical for me, and I was like, if my dad loved me, he gonna say I love you, like that's normal. And he he literally said thank you. Like this was the coldest thing I've read from my dad, and at this moment I was so destroyed. Like I needed my dad to say I love you too, and he said a motherfucking thank you. And I remember at this time it happened where when I was with a friend I invited in my house, and I couldn't help but cry in front of him, and that was so pathetic because I don't really like crying in front of people. And I kind of have this mindset that I need to hide my pain and stuff because my parents used to say that I shouldn't be depressed and that depression doesn't exist and that people have worse problem than me. So I kind of grew up in a mindset like this, that I don't deserve to be consoled, or that my sadness doesn't worth anything on earth because there are people that are living a worse situation compared to me. So I felt like this most of the time. So now because of this, and most likely because of my dad, that I have this mindset, because of this I'm struggling a lot talking about my feelings. I don't really talk about them. Sometimes I'm hiding them until I can't hold it anymore, and that it's overwhelming me, and that sucks because sometimes I want to talk about my feelings. I want to have some words on my feelings because sometimes it's really complicated for me to talk about them because I'm searching my words. Sometimes I forget about what I'm saying and stuff. That's really complicated basically. So yeah, that was a bit complicated for me to burst in tears in front of this guy because I just knew this guy, and yeah, I felt sorry about him too because I don't think he was expecting me to cry or something, but when he looked at my face, he saw my tears, and but fortunately I got a hug, and that was again really strange for me because I've always wanted to have a hug when I was crying. I've been craving for this for so long, and now this guy is just giving me a hug without me to ask or plead to the word. Like, what the fuck? That was fucking strange. Also, I don't know how y'all are feeling Christmas currently, but for my part, I've never felt such an empty Christmas. Like, what the fuck? That's strange, really strange, but I haven't heard the Christmas songs like All I Want for Christmas. Like, I haven't heard this song since the beginning of December, and I remember last year I was hearing this song since November. Like, that's strange, really, really, really strange. Not complaining about the fact that I don't hear beautiful music anymore, but yeah, that's strange because everything feels empty. And I'm not a big fan of chocolate. Like, not saying that I don't like chocolate, but I don't like chocolate bars, you know? Because most likely the cheap calendars with the cheap chocolate in them, they taste like they come from a lab. It tastes like chemicals. Also, we have the one on MSP, but I have the impression that they were lazy for this calendar. Like, what the fuck is this? Most of the things you are getting from the calendar are things that already exist, or some old things, or some normal clothes that you can find in the shop. Like this, I'm pretty sure that you can find this in the shop, the winter chicks. So I'm just gonna do some few greets, and that's all I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm finally at 39. I'm gonna stop here because I'm a bit tired and I've done enough greets to everyone. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna post a new video, but this one will, but I don't think it will be before January. So yeah, I'm just gonna wish y'all a good Christmas, have a good time with your family, and take care.